multifunctional. It's a person who's doing way too fucking much and hanging on by a fucking thread.
Welcome to Gay Talk 2.0, the ultimate podcast for your dose of dish.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of Gay Talk 2.0, an LGBT podcast. We are streaming live on our YouTube channel for all of our Patreon supporters. On the day of recording, everyone else gets to see that live stream, live and in color the week after. My name is Tom, and I'm your host. And as always, I'm in the studio, starting with the first one.
Hey y'all, Nick or Trish. Oh my God.
And are you okay?
Yes.
Alrighty, swallow, honey, swallow. J Bear, aka your boyfriend's boyfriend.
And of course, we can't do the show without our beloved.
Hope still Trisha's worst nightmare.
And welcome you back to another episode. So, first and foremost, I want to apologize. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to apologize. Last week, we didn't record a show. And normally I would apologize, but we were buried under almost 2 feet of snow, which I had to dig myself out of. Literally, I'll tell you a story in a minute. And and then, obviously we had if you're a homeowner, even if you're not, you have to clear the snow. You got to get rid of all that stuff. And it happened to fall on a Monday. And so I had to be out there after work plowing and snow blowing, and we couldn't make it. It just
We're plowing and blowing.
yeah,
I
you know,
mean,
And we just couldn't do a show.
plowing and blowing the bushes of fun. Now the jingle.
That's
hop.
why the neighbors love him so much.
So
do you want to talk about the fact that you didn't let me come over and have a snowed-in sleepover?
Sure. So first and foremost,
Why?
yeah, she's still in her feelings about
Yeah,
that.
the year of the Leo is not gonna be fucking done, man.
I'm not mad about it.
So, Trish had made the suggestion, we talked about it. Maybe you can come over and do a snow-in, and then we'll just watch movies or whatever. But she's on a boot. And she's like, by the time we decided, okay, maybe this is a possibility, it was already snowing.
She doesn't.
Should
look
we remind
convinced.
her that
Yeah.
the tiniest bit of rain was a good enough excuse for her not to come hang out because of her boots? So
Wow.
Wow.
Do you know what it's like to get water under your boot?
yeah. So how are you gonna get through the snow, baby?
My point. And he had a boot on. I'm just saying, listen.
No,
could-
what you
Trisha's
what you
worst
said was
nightmare.
he just wants to come over and eat all my baby bluebells.
Well, that's partially true.
So we were having a conversation with Mama Kim via thread, and he made it a point
She was not happy with you.
to go on this thread and sort of kind of put me on blast and throw me under the bus.
I did not put you on blast. Mama Kim did.
No, you put me on blast first. You started with Tom doesn't want to
Yeah.
let me come over and do a snow in, and she's like, let him come over, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. And I'll be the mean one. And I was just being sarcastic, obviously. He could have come over if you wanted to, bitch. You have a key to my house. Just show up.
I don't even call Tom anymore. I just show up.
He does. He just unlocks the
Tom,
door.
and Tom jumps out of his couch. Who the fuck is here?
I was like, one day I'm having a nap on my couch, and all of a sudden I hear like a freight train going, and I'm like, what is going on? And it's this one bringing my trash cans in from the road, and I'm like, who's here? And then the door unlocks, and I was like, oh, it's Jay.
Yeah. He brought your mail in today.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But other than that, yeah, so that's why we didn't do a show last week. But anywho, roundtable. So, Trish, how the hell are you? How's that year of the Leo coming along?
It's been a rough start.
Yeah, I would say that. That's an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You still have your boot on.
yeah, probably for another 2.5 weeks.
Oh my God. Lift it up.
It's so heavy.
I know. But it's good exercise.
Yeah, so still have my boot on. Found out that I bruised pretty badly my metatarsal bone. And then there's a slight tear between that bone and my pointer toe bone. I don't know what that pointer toe bone is called, though.
My hip
Anyway,
bone connected to my wait. Something.
So-
like
Thigh bone.
my ortho comes into the office, puts down his paper, and goes, "Okay, it's not bad news, but it's not good news. Boot off, sock off, give me your foot." And I looked at him and I was like,
Yeah.
"Dr. Federucci." And he just started smiling, but he's kind of socially awkward. So like it didn't land well. I think he like felt really awkward because by the end of the like consult, we like ran out of the room.
oh my god.
End of story is they don't have to take the foot, though we thought they probably would have had to take the foot.
Oh, boy.
It is still the year of the Leo, but it's just
Wait,
been-
wait. Stop 1 second. You mean to tell me that there was a possibility they
No.
could have had to take your
Tom,
foot?
don't fall for his
No,
foolery.
not
Come
really.
on, that's
Tom, okay, the year of the Leo doesn't mean that everything this year goes in the favor of the Leo. It means that the Leo draws all the attention towards them for an entire year.
Got it.
And
Dra-
they all
drama
have-
queen.
And
yeah,
we will
they have to pull focus all year.
and we will
Got it.
thrive no matter what adversity we face.
yeah.
Okay, so
He
you,
had an ingrown toenail, so they thought they were gonna have to take his foot.
He sneezed wrong, and they
Yeah.
thought he was gonna have to take out his vocal cords.
I mean,
my
you know?
God.
to be fair, like the way I did this is kind of like I sneezed and threw out my back.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know that happens.
you hit your foot on a stair.
You're not 40. That's not how this works.
I am so close to 40.
Well,
It's scary.
you already got there.
Oh, I love you. You can roast me when it's my turn. Good luck finding the entry point, but
So what? So what is the deal here? So how long do you have to keep this thing on for?
Well, until my next appointment, which is in 2.5 weeks, and then I'm getting custom orthotics and like, you know, old people shit, so I can wear my dress shoes when I go to work.
oh, that's nice though.
Yeah,
You're gonna be floating on clouds.
I know.
You're gonna feel tall and sexy.
Well, I
They're
already
gonna get
do.
you those special shoes with the Velcro on them. Yeah,
Is that what I was hearing earlier?
just trying them on. His new Uggs.
Oh my god.
With that thing, you look like you're trying to cosplay as Iron Man.
I know, right?
But other than that, so let me ask you another question. You had this on obviously while we were in the midst of the snowstorm. How did you function?
It was not easy.
How so?
I mean, it was not easy.
Period.
Oh my! We give you.
I put a plastic bag around my fucking foot, and then I walked outside so that I wouldn't get my toe. You know, the snow wouldn't get in my boot. And then I'm cleaning off my car, and my neighbor's like, "What the fuck happened to you?" I was like, "It's a long story, but luckily I have really great neighbors, and they really helped out with that whole process." So.
So what kind of bag? Was it a Glad bag, a shopping bag? Like
Yeah, it was just like a
Ziploc.
because I mean, trash is trash. So
Honestly, thank you from your.
Wow,
last
you guys are
DoorDash.
coming for me today. Like you're
Don't
in it.
make a
You're
pity
in
party
it
and
to
we won't.
win it. You're in it to win it today, and I am fine with it. But just wait, because when I clap back, I told you upstairs what I did.
Oh, she's getting loud, Tom.
we love you, honey. We love you. Nothing but love for you. So
You can move on.
so you're good. So another 2 weeks or so, you're gonna be having your boot hopefully removed, and then you'll be on your way to healing and mending and being the Trish that we all know and love.
Well, I mean, I'm still that Trish, but just with a boot.
Yeah, Mhm. She has a lot of
She'll be
heavy
dirty
lifting.
dancing in no time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Jaybird, how are you?
Good.
All is well in the land of Oz.
Fantasticals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So how was your snow
My snow in?
snowpocalypse?
I slept. I rested a lot, and I waited till the last minute to go out and just clear a path.
Yeah. Well, you sent me a picture or a video. It was your daughter
Yeah. Oh yeah.
plowing. I
Yeah.
was like,
No, she wasn't. She wasn't plowing. She was. So I, of course, my truck, it's a Toyota FJ 4x4, and I just right over the mountain of ice and snow, and I was out. But I tend to forget she's got a little Chevy. So she gets home. But the other thing is, she tells me, "Oh, don't shovel it. I'll do it."
Right.
It's my cardio. So she kind of does two things in one, right? So I just, I got my truck out, whatever, and I left some snow behind. And she's like, "Oh, don't worry." And then these guys are talking about plowing, and I was like, "Look, I have my own snow plow." And I took a picture of her shoveling snow out the driveway, and they're like, "Oh my God."
I was like, who? At first I
But-
thought that was your wife, and he was
Yeah.
like, "No, that's my daughter." I was like, "Ooh, okay,
My wife, she.
Yeah.
you better work."
Yeah.
You
No,
better work.
she likes to, yeah.
Good.
Anything that's remotely exercise driven, she's all for it.
Well, good
So,
for her.
Yeah.
Have I met her? I don't think I
Roxy? No, I don't think you have.
No, she's
bubbly.
She's come here a couple of times for bingo. She's really
Yeah.
nice.
have. Yeah, I feel like I would love her.
Yeah, she's fabulous. Yeah, she is.
She
She's a little short thing. She's very
Yeah.
cute. I love
Short
her.
and fierce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Oh, she's fierce, all right.
She is.
She will tell you where to go very quickly. Very quickly. But other than that,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
so
we
you
just
survived.
chilled. Yeah, survived. Minimal output. Minimal output. I just said, fuck it.
I had to climb out a window.
No.
Well,
It's
I couldn't-
fine. You
yeah.
are so used to
Yeah,
windows
windows.
and dealing with all that.
It was
Yeah.
the same window, by the way.
Yeah, well, COVID helped you through that, right?
Yeah, it prepped me for that
An
endeavor.
escape plan when the doors aren't available.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dogs just. I opened the back door and there was about 2 feet of snow in the back door, and the dogs just looked at it and looked at me, and I knew
So-
right there and then, fuck you, I'm shitting in the house.
So does your door open in?
That one, yeah,
See, mine open. My storm doors both open out,
Yeah.
and so that's why I got stuck in the house. Both of them. I had snow drifts covering both of my doors, so I had to hop out a window and go dig it all out, and then take the snowblower and go
I
through the
would have
grass.
loved to be a fly on the wall to watch him hop out a window.
Absolutely.
It's not that hard. So I have a ladder here in the basement, and I just take the ladder out the window and I just prop it on the door, and then I just back my way
Why
out.
couldn't you? Why couldn't you climb out the front window on the deck? You wouldn't even need a ladder.
Well,
the window doesn't
no, because
open.
that window has a big tree that's right in front of it, and I have all my plants.
A spare bedroom?
I didn't think about that.
Oh.
Oh, but the snow was pretty high there too.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to climb into the backyard.
I didn't think about that. Oh my God.
See? How do you think I sneak people in when I'm here?
I'm
No,
a
let me
hot
stop.
mess.
Look at
I didn't think about that.
that's right on the deck
It's
level.
literally right on the deck level.
You know,
You're right.
I sleep in that bed, and I know I left a Jesus face on the pillow one time.
But now you're
The
desecrating it.
shroud
Now
of
I'm
Christ.
just thinking about like the rotating window.
A rotating window.
So
One goes out one side, the other one comes in the other.
Yep.
So no, that's not a rotating window. Things don't happen in that room. That is a spare bedroom for
Mm-hmm.
a guest. Okay, I don't do stuff in that room.
I mean, it's
You don't, but Jay does,
No, Jay doesn't.
and you do stuff plenty other places. We don't need to talk about it.
We have a
including
casting couch for that.
Yeah,
Oh
that's what this
my.
couch exists for. Anywho, Hope, how are you? How are you, Hope?
well, I don't know. I've got all my limbs intact, and I didn't have to shovel the snow.
Oh,
I feel rather privileged at this table.
That's wonderful. So you survived the snowpocalypse. It was a lot of snow.
It was a lot of snow. I mean, I live in a neighborhood that has like a lot of dogs and kids and families and stuff, and I rent. So my landlord had. Listen, all that I paid attention to was that I don't know the gentleman's name, but there is a man who is clearly contracted by my landlord who's a very scrappy kind of guy. You know, he's not going to hire a company to do anything. He's going to hire like a guy who owns a thing to do the job, whether
Right.
it's like fix the oil thing or plow the snow. And so the last couple of light snowfalls that we've had, this guy comes and he's there with a shovel, and he's usually there all day. And that's when we've had, anywhere from 1 to 4 or 5 inches of snow. And I was just worried that this poor guy was going to come out again with a fucking shovel.
now, is this like an older guy? That
No, well, He looks like he's in his late 30s, maybe.
Like for somebody who is plowing and making money to be there all day, like how are you making
Like
money?
for real.
Right. Yeah. I don't ask questions I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of questions, but I haven't asked them. So I was just monitoring for that. I was like, man, every time that guy's there and he plows the snow with the fucking shovel, I feel like so obligated to go out there and be like, are you okay? Do you want any water? You need a snack? Like, I just feel like this is unethical.
Well, that's the humanly thing to do, right? To make sure that people are okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing you a service.
He had a machine this time, so I felt much better. It was only a couple of hours that he was there, and then I was like, "Why the fuck have you not been bringing this machine?" Now I blame you and not my landlord.
So the thing is, those things are very heavy,
Yeah.
and they're not
Sure.
extremely mobile. Right,
Yep.
I own one, and so I wouldn't be able to throw that in my truck by myself and bring it somewhere to help someone out.
Got it.
No way. So you bring it out for the big guns,
Got it.
right? If it's 1, 4, 6, you do that with the shovel. Anything more, you're bringing that beast out, and you're doing what you got to do. But
Yeah.
it's heavy. It is very heavy.
Yeah.
This is why I don't want to own a home.
You say that while you're in the process of trying to own a home.
I know.
We said home and husband this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the year of the Leo,
Hope
so-
thinks she met my husband.
and hopefully
I
you'll
do.
keep your foot. Where?
If he's single, I don't know yet if he's single. I have not confirmed. I'm in the process of trying
She's
to
vetting
confirm
him.
this.
She's vetting
Oh,
him.
she's vetting. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But if in fact I met Nick's husband, I just want full fucking praise. You know,
You'll be in the
4
party.
years from now.
You'll be.
That party,
You
yes.
can be a flower girl.
Bitch.
The wedding party.
The wedding party.
Yeah, I'll be in all the parties.
Every single one. But you survived, which is good.
Totally survived. I mean, I have the privilege of I don't have kids. I don't have to walk dogs. So we just holed up in the house for a couple of days.
I was snow blowing my grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
the
literally
dogs
took
could
like
go.
a 20-foot run by 8 feet, and I was snow blowing the grass so the dogs had somewhere to go.
That's par for the course for you.
I
Yeah.
I
won't-
wasn't gonna go out there and shovel
No,
that.
I'm talking about snow blowing.
Yeah. She thinks she's coming hard.
Yeah, she thinks she really landed that one.
I
Yeah.
totally did. You laughed. You both laughed.
I'd laughed. Wow. You know when you know a joke lands?
She
is when you
stumped-
go,
she
you
stumbled.
did land it. You laughed. That's how you know you're funny.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all,
She
I will be the
stumbled
first
into that.
one. I will be the first one to say that didn't land.
She tripped into
That was
It's
cute.
fine.
It was cute.
That was cute.
It was cute.
We're fierce. You're cute.
So, can we talk about the bitter cold?
The who?
The bitter cold.
Oh, cold.
It is horrible.
I hate it.
So normally when it snows, you get a couple of days of like over 32 and the thing starts melting. I'm okay with that. The same amount of snow is still fucking sitting outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same amount. All 18 inches and all piles and God knows what. Every single inch is still out there.
Let me tell you, they did not do a good job plowing the roads, especially downtown.
Yep.
Anywhere.
My coworker got sideswiped by a city bus the other day because the roads are so freaking narrow.
I don't mean to laugh, but come on. I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no, it's crazy. And then
Yeah,
the
it's
thing
bad.
is, it's so cold that it's not going anywhere. And it's not letting up. Like, January said, I'm going to go out with a bang. And February said, hold my beer. Here I come.
Yeah.
And it's butt freezing. Like, I was out there the other day. I let the dogs out. And literally, as soon as I opened the door, they were already at the door. It was like 4
Yeah.
outside. I was like, what the hell? It was colder. It's been colder here than it has been in Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
Climate change.
Make it make sense.
Climate change.
Climate.
I don't know. I hate February, so.
So I took the opportunity to sort of kind of catch up. I haven't watched Heated Rivalry yet.
What? the
It's coming. I listen when
It is coming.
To the
Yeah.
cabin. Cottage. Sorry, the cottage. Fuck.
I mean, I'll get there eventually.
It's only 6 episodes. It's a quickie.
So I started watching a new show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh,
and
yeah, I did. 2
which
episodes.
happens to be,
With Sir Schlungs a lot.
it's a prequel to the Game of Thrones show, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In the second episode,
Yes.
it was like,
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's got to be a
Oh,
prosthetic.
100%.
So
That's gotta be a
so
prosthetic because
so-
that dick was a dick on top of a dick.
let's talk about that a little bit. So it is a prosthetic, but they
Okay.
had to get a prosthetic to make it actually smaller than what it was.
Fuck that.
I shit you not. That's what I read online.
I don't
So
know.
if you have been living under a rock,
that is
then
a, like a tripod. That's a third.
that's a
Yeah.
third leg.
Yeah,
So,
like it's a kickstand.
so A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is one of those shows. Is a prequel to Game of Thrones. So it takes place before the events of Game of Thrones and after the events of House of the Dragon, which is the Dance of Dragons or the civil war between the Targaryens. Anyway, I'm not going to get into like all the details, but the first episode, the very first 5 minutes, this motherfucker's taking a shit and that thing is flying out on the side of a tree. And you see this, and I'm like, I didn't need to see that. And then the second episode opens with a schlong so big that, like you said, could have been a tripod. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, like whatever.
But it is a good show. And, you know,
It
I'm
never
trying.
ceases to amaze me that a person could be flaccid and it's almost reaching his kneecap.
It's insane. And then, you know, he just
Also,
nonchalantly
we
walks
just
out.
didn't need to. We
But-
didn't need to see it.
But to be
But
honest,
it's Game of Thrones.
how erect will it get anyway?
At his age,
You could just smack somebody with it, and I think they'll be pleased.
Yeah,
It's big.
I believe you.
it was.
So no, so you know, like I've been stuck on that, and then
It's only 2 episodes that you could have caught.
the
Peter
third one
Rivalry
came,
right after.
the third one came out last night. So plus, you know, I've been doing a lot of things around the house, so I haven't really had the opportunity to sit.
Climbing out of windows.
And then, you know, things, right? And then things happened, unfortunately, over the weekend. You know, we got the news that Catherine O'Hara passed away. I was shook. And so, you know, I had to, of course, you know, go in and start watching some of her work. So I watched Beetlejuice again. And then I watched Home Alone. And then the only thing I didn't want to like get into was Schitt's Creek because otherwise I would never, you know, stop. And that's what, like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yep.
And you know, she was a wonderful human. I mean,
was.
you know, I can only imagine the devastation that, you know, Eugene Levy right now is going through, and his son, and anyone that's ever worked with this incredible actress, you know. And so my heart goes out to her fans, to her family, to her friends, because, you know, she spent her entire life making people happy with her craft, with her work. And so
did you see my comment on your Facebook post?
no.
Oh dear.
What did you do?
When she passed away, I posted on your post, "The last traces of my juvalescence vanished into thin air."
Oh, no, I
Jubilant-
didn't see
oh,
that. That was
yeah.
a quote from one of her lines in
Schitt's
Schitt's
Creek.
Creek.
Because she would just make up
Yeah,
words.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to
Jubilant.
correct you, but I'm really glad everyone caught that first. And now I could feel, oh.
Yeah, she used to. So part of
I
the
know, I
whole
know.
spiel of her, it was just, she was amazing.
Yeah, she was incredible.
And she-
Juvalescence.
you know, what's your favorite film of Catherine?
Oh, I mean, it's Schitt's Creek for me, and it's
Yeah.
specifically the episode in the wedding, which I recognize as cliche.
David.
But that wardrobe, I mean, she talks about it being such a pinnacle moment for her.
Yeah.
And that episode in particular is one of the episodes she's most proud of. And I sobbed like a baby through it. So
Yeah.
yeah, she was the phenomenal like queer loving mother figure in that show that I was like, oh, wouldn't that be amazing for a kid to have that?
I officiated a wedding, 2-3 years ago.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Did you wear that outfit?
It was my second wedding. No, I should have though. But one of the lines in my speech was, "By the fated flap of a butterfly's wing, I now pronounce you married." You may
I think
kiss your
yes.
partner.
I remember reading
Yep.
this. Yes. No, I mean, so you had. Ooh, what am I doing here? I'm having a moment. So you have obviously been impacted by the work that she did on Schitt's Creek. You know, for me, I first came across this wonderful actress, this amazing Canadian, with Home Alone, right? I was very young. I was living in Puerto Rico. I remember I seen like Home Alone like 21 times in the theater. And, you know, for me, it was always that, you know, I feel like I'm missing something. And then she just gets up and screams, Kevin. And that was my first ever, like, you know, introduction to Catherine. And then I saw her in Beetlejuice, you know, and, you know, of course, Beetlejuice is just one of those movies that has been incredible, you know. What about you?
Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's
For me,
Creek?
definitely Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
To me, she was off the wall about so many things in the show that, you know, it just baby girl. Yeah, everything she did was like exaggerated to a whole other level, which I loved.
Right. Well, I think Eugene Levy even said himself that, you know, the role of Moira, he could see no other human other than Catherine O'Hara playing this role, right? And the only thing that she requested when she went on or wanted to consider signing on was wigs, and that she wanted to create her own accent. And so she got those things, and so she signed on, and you know, it became this amazing show.
Yep.
And I'm just like, wow.
And she loves to talk about how no one could get the accent right, even on set. Even people who had heard her delivering those lines day after day. She goes, they would always just get stuck. They would stick with something that sounded a little British or something that sounded a little too Australian or something, and then they would never land it just right.
Yeah, she was gifted. I mean, the woman, she has always been amazing. What about for you, Trish?
That's a no-brainer,
Schitt's Creek.
obviously. I'm obsessed with it.
Have you ever had you seen any of her other work prior to that?
Of course. What was that other movie she was in with Eugene Levy? It was a theater movie.
Oh, yep.
Super good. And
It's very old,
yeah.
but it was.
But I've loved her for a long time. But she just, the way she created this character, and I mean, some of the lines that she pulled, because a lot of it was ad-libbed, right?
Yeah.
And she just made shit up.
Yep.
It just like, and for some reason, it always made sense, even though the words weren't real words.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of
Some of them were. Some of them were like I remember Merriam-Webster did a whole like marketing thing where they pulled words and memes of her, like the screenshots of her saying those words in a line. So some of them were just very obscure words, but yes, a lot of them were mashups.
David, stop acting like a disgruntled pelican.
She was amazing. And so, you know, rest in peace. Oh my God. I'm just, you know, so anyway, that's how distracted I got. I just started watching a lot of her work, and, you know, Beetlejuice, that was a highlight because I've loved that movie since, you know, day one.
I think one of my favorite scenes with her outside of the wedding scene was when David and Patrick were going to announce their engagement, and she made it all about her. She locked herself in the closet, and she was just like having a moment because I believe she found out that her movie didn't get produced or something happened like that. But it was just so funny that
I think she was doing commercials for like a winery or something.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yeah. And
this is terrible.
something
Give me some more.
Yeah. So
So actually, the scene where David's fiance plays the guitar, you know, in the store, and that moment when she looks at Eugene Levy and when she looks at David, I was just like, she's genuinely so happy just watching their love.
yeah, no, she's incredible. And one of my favorite like moments in the entire show is when they're in the kitchen cooking and it says to fold the
Yes.
cheese,
Oh,
and they're trying to figure out what the
fold in the cheese.
you're like, how the fuck do you fold the cheese? It was, you know, she was just incredible. So, you know, it's a great loss for, you know, TV industry and for her people, her family, her friends.
She was so young too.
Yeah, I mean, she's beautiful. She always has been. She has that beautiful aura, you know. So may she rest in peace. But that's why I got distracted. But anyway,
We have been all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about being snowed in and what we did, and so that's how we got there. And yeah, I got locked in. The snowdrifts were so bad, I couldn't get out of my house. I had to jump out a window.
Well,
That happened to dig my poor boys out so they can go use the bathroom, and they were so good.
I would have just held them out the window.
I don't think they'd get the memo.
No. Well, speaking of holding them out the window, so you know that I've inherited another dog because hey, why not,
What?
right? So
You have a second one now.
yeah, so my granddaughter's
Oh,
dog,
right.
which is my dog's sister, but she's a little smaller than Fitzy,
Okay.
which is weird, yeah. But
Wasn't she like the runt or something?
I think
Yeah.
she's the runt of the litter. She's like half the size of my dog, which is insane. They don't even look the same. They don't even look like they're from the same litter. Anyways, during the storm, she's at home and she's like chasing me around the house, wanting me to pick her up. So I've been, trying to be a little more attentive to her, trying to get her used to us, whatnot. So I think it was yesterday. Doing some stuff downstairs, and she runs downstairs and runs straight to me. So I pick her up and I was like, "What's going on, honey?" And I grab her, and she just pissed.
My God.
She was dying to go outside, and I grabbed her, and I guess just the motion of holding her, like a cup of water
Nice
down
warm
my
water
shirt.
coming
Yeah,
down.
I was like,
Oh.
"What the?" At first, I thought it was her belly.
Yeah, no, the puppies have to go out.
Yeah, I felt so
Religiously.
bad, and I mean, I didn't get upset. I mean, I hold her back. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's just going. So I was like, "Okay, I guess you're gonna finish here because I ain't putting you down."
Yep.
But
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dogs
So
will
the
be
stuff-
dogs.
yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
I was like, "Yeah, next time I'll just hold you out the window."
Yeah, this is harsh. This
Yeah.
is this kind of
weather's
stuff is
crazy, yeah.
is harsh for everyone. For dogs, for people. I mean, you think about the wild animals that are out there. There's a fucking rabbit.
Oh my God.
There's a fucking rabbit
That
in my
none of- that none of
by
your
my
dogs have
shed.
gotten to?
I don't want to think about all the animals out there because so Nicole and I can't think about it. I can't. It makes us very upset. So Nicole, on the day of the snowstorm, that's my partner, took our. She's technically still a kitten. She's under a year. Dusty, the new addition to the family, and she was holding her, and she like faced her out the window and went, "Dusty, aren't you so glad that we saved you? Otherwise, you'd
Oh
be in
my-
that underpass in this snowstorm." And Dusty doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. And then I was like, "There's other animals out there, Nicole." And she was like, "Stop it. I don't want to think about it. And
Oh
we're
my
not thinking about
God.
it." So we're not thinking about it, you guys.
No,
No,
there's.
no trust.
We're
They're-
just thinking about the roaches that just die in the snow. That's it.
Did Nicole?
Oh, I don't think about
They
that.
don't.
Did Nicole share with you the video I sent her?
No. If it's sad, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, no, I will tell you that while he's looking for the video, this fucking rabbit. So it decides now that it wants to dance in the snow in front of my camera. So I'm getting notifications constantly all day. There's a pet has been detected at the shed. And I'm like, it's the fucking rabbit. And of course, I turn on the camera and there it goes. It's just do, 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 do. And then
Yep.
I was like, where's the hawks when you need them?
Oh, rabbits are cute.
They are cute, but it's like, come on. Like, I keep thinking that, like, because, I've had coyotes in my backyard, right? And so I rely on my cameras to look first and scan before I let my dogs out because, I don't want things to happen to my dog. So every time that the notification comes on, I think there's a big animal in my backyard and I'm not going to be able to let my dogs out. So, and it's the rabbit. He's playing with me.
Hey, we're living on their land, so honestly, we've colonized all these fucking animals. Sorry for them.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right.
You can't find it?
Shall we break so you can find your video?
I
Yeah,
guess
we
so.
can do that.
Even though
Might
that
as
would have been a
well.
perfect segue. Oh wait, no, here it is. Perfect segue for what you just said.
Oh boy.
Recently, she came home and she was like, "Well, we're boycotting Target."
Oh yeah. I like it.
I was like, "Haven't lesbians suffered enough?" Target. I had to stop shopping with you.
I like her. She's funny.
And I thought I'd shop forever, but I had to walk away. I said goodbye to Hobby Lobby and Chick-fil-A.
Absolutely. I've been boycotting all these places.
Now I'm wearing Costco clothes.
Yes!
I don't know what to do. There's garden supplies right next to produce.
Yes.
And I miss you. Yeah, I miss you.
I don't miss her.
Okay,
no. I don't
so
miss that bitch.
She's funny.
I
She's funny.
I sent this to Nicole, and my all I said was, "Is this your life?" And she goes, "Yes."
Oh my God. Gotta love her. Gotta love her. Oh my God, that's so cool. Gotta send me that video. I want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, she's got a lot of videos. She's funny.
She is
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, well, listen, let's take a break.
Haven't lesbians suffered enough?
All right, here we go. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Breeze holding hands, the night is young. Slowly we kiss 'cause we're alone. Watching colors fill the sky again. Lonely 'cause we hit everything. Yeah, I still live in a memory. 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 Taking our time now, the future's in our hands. Forever, this thing will never end. Closing our eyes, feel alive tonight. This it just felt so right. I still live in a memory. 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 You lay there on the kitchen floor. It seems like you can't take no more. I'm sorry, but when my engine starts, I just can't get enough. I'll let you out and tie you down, so you'll be here, won't sneak around. I'll lace you up and put you on. Running for you every day and night. I'm running for you, gotta move, don't want no ride. So warm me up, cause I know the world is at my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah. So I'll keep running for you. So I'll keep running for you. You and me, so don't be shy, just come and see. I'll show you places you've never been before. I'm running for you every day and night. I'm running for you, gotta go and step outside. So warm me up, cause I know the world is at my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah. So I'll keep running for you. So I'll keep running for you. Taking our time now, the future's in our hands. there on the kitchen floor. It seems like you can't take no more. I'm sorry, but when my engine starts, I just can't get enough. I'll nut you up and tie you down, so you'll be here, won't sneak around. I'll lace you up and put you on. Running for you every day and night. I'm running for you. Gotta move, don't want no ride. So warm me up, cause I know the world is at my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah. So I'll keep running for you. So I'll keep running for you.
All right. We are back from the break. Thank you so much. We needed that. We did everything we do during the break. We refreshed our drinks. We went out, did all the lovely things that we do. We're rested and we're back. Anyway, what do we want to talk about next?
I miss you.
You miss me.
No, Target.
Oh,
Benito's gonna wear a dress at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about, since you mentioned Benito, let's talk about that sexy beast of a man. The Grammys were last night,
Yes, they were.
and Trevor Noah was on fire. I want to talk about him.
Amen.
Love him. He roasted the shit out of Nicki Minaj.
Did you see the Billy Porter interview?
Oh, God. He's like, fuck her.
Like, since we're on the subject, yeah. Where was he? Was it at the same show, right?
I think it was the red carpet,
red carpet.
At the Grammys, and they asked him, Nicki Minaj has been in the news a lot, and he turns around, he goes like, fuck her. Like he's whispering into this person's face, and I'm like, God, I hope he took a breath.
I
minute
mean,
before that.
I just don't get it. Like, I don't get how she supports him.
Well,
Oh.
I think
Backstory.
Yeah.
Backstory.
yeah, there's definitely something going on.
Her
I mean,
husband.
the
Her
rumor.
husband,
Yeah.
her brother. There's a lot of people in her family who can
Pedos.
use pardons. Let's put it that
Pedos.
way.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
There's a few pedos around there.
but think about, for example, her feud with Don Lemon. Don Lemon got arrested.
Yeah. Yep.
He got indicted and arrested. He's obviously free now, but without bail to top that
and
off.
there was another Spanish reporter that same thing happened.
Yeah, it's
She was
insane.
at a church rally, got arrested, and then they showed up to her apartment to deport her.
Wow.
It's insane. So anyway, but yeah, that happened. But
I was at a thing this weekend. So my nephew had a football like fundraiser thing, and so I went with my older sister, and it's in Berlin, Connecticut. Which, if you don't know Berlin, it's kind of it's deep purple. Let's just say that, okay? And there was a moment where they were showing the video of the win for their championship, and a commercial comes on, and it's Trump talking. And my sister goes something like, "That's my president, blah, 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 blah." Now I'm sitting around with all these women and a couple other people that are all like parents and whatnot. And clearly they all feel like so awkward. And one of them was like, "I voted for him, but I cannot believe this fucking fat fuck, like, just like goes off," right? And then they all look at me and they were like, "I know she voted for him, but did you?" And my reaction was just like,
Are you nuts?
like, not in a million fucking years. Like, it's just so crazy that people still support him.
Well, I mean, the midterms are coming. That's all we're gonna say. But before we diverge and go into, I want to get back to Benito because this is such a huge thing for the Latino community, for the Latinx community, however you want to identify. I want to be politically correct in that aspect because I know that identity is very important. And so you have to make space for everyone, right? But this man, okay, we've talked about this before. He literally said, I am going to put out a new album. The title of the album is Debí tirar más fotos, which translates to I should have taken more photos, right? And it was a smash. And he decided that he was going to go on tour, but before doing that, he was going to do a residency in Puerto Rico. And the residency was going to be a month long, and it was going to be available first to, people who lived in Puerto Rico at a very affordable price before he opened it up to everyone else.
Yep.
It was a smash. It was amazing. It brought millions of dollars in revenue into small businesses all over the San Juan area and throughout the island for people who were visiting to come to the show.
And then he said, I'm not going to do anything in the continental U.S. because my audience is likely to be targeted by ICE.
Right. And so far he hasn't. The only thing he has scheduled is the halftime Super Bowl show that's coming up next weekend. And, it's been a very politically charged response to his announcement being the headliner for the Super Bowl halftime show. Obviously, white America's in their feelings that, it should be somebody that's an American. And I'm like, newsflash, Puerto Rico's a colony.
Let me pause. It's not white America. It's MAGA America.
Well, and who are they?
I mean,
I don't want you to get
yes,
like,
and
yeah, right. But yes, MAGA
there
America
is
got
a
in their feelings.
huge portion of white America that does not support this man.
Right, but there's also a huge portion of white America that doesn't support Trump that still thinks Puerto Ricans are not U.S. citizens.
But the same thing goes for different communities of color.
No, I agree. I'm not arguing with you, and I not when I say white America, you're excluded. Okay, I don't want you to get in your in your feelings about it because it's the year of the Leo and all. It's like you're special. You're an honorary Puerto Rican. You know that. You've hung around with Puerto Ricans way too long.
I'm working on my honorary Jamaican status, but we'll go back
Oh
to that.
my. Oh my.
But what I wanted to say is like this man, he's done such great things in bringing our culture and our people to the forefront of the globe. He is the biggest artist in the globe right now. And so last night, the Grammys, the man did good. He won numerous awards as a result of this amazing body of work that he did. But for the first time in Grammy history, this individual actually won Album of the Year, which is a historic first for Debí tirar más fotos. It's never happened.
For a Spanish language album.
Right.
Yeah.
No Latino artist has ever won this award before, and he was the first. And he was moved.
He's breaking records in a multitude of
Yes.
areas as an artist, as a performer. Again, the residency in Puerto Rico, no other artist
Right.
in the history of the island that has done work and singing, whatever it hasn't done anything that comes close to what he's done.
No. And the thing with the residency thing, right? So that's a Vegas thing, right?
Yeah.
When people say, I'm going to go do a residency, they go to Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
Celine did it. Adele did it. Weekends with Adele. And, like Mariah did a residency. Britney Spears did a residency in Vegas. But you're going somewhere else. You're bringing your show somewhere else. He stood home.
Yep.
And it was beautiful. And it was amazing. And to see how the Puerto Rican community on the island and also in the diaspora come together
Yep.
Yeah.
and support this initiative, like get behind this cultural phenomenon that is what this man has done. And it's for an album that is not even traditionally the type of music that he often sings and does.
Yep.
Right. And what he did is he took and fused classic themes of classic artists that we had that are revered in music and brought it into what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, and his, Taylor Swift gets all this special time in the news when she brings out other stars to her shows. And I remember a few tours back, that was the whole thing. It was like, well, when I go to this performance, what other celebrity is going to come and perform with her? Well, hello. Benito did that on the island with a bunch of famous Puerto Rican artists. He closed, I think he closed with Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
if I'm
He
correct.
did. He
Yeah.
did. Yes, that was epic.
Oh, right. And the whole room goes on fire, and it tells you the power of giving back to your own culture, to your own community. And frankly, like it wasn't just Puerto Rico and the diaspora that showed up for him. I mean, it's also to appeal to those capitalists. I mean, people traveled from continental US to go to Puerto Rico to see
People
this
traveled
man.
from the world. I mean, I have
Yes.
friends that said like, I had people coming here from Europe. I had people
Yes.
coming here from
Yes.
the Middle East. I had people coming here from like all over.
all over the world, drawing into this very special community, and as you said, driving their economy up.
I think what I took away from the whole thing and what I think is so special is how he accepted the award.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's really important to note that he didn't just, as the first Puerto Rican to win a Grammy, right? He didn't just like. Take
Well, he's
it
not the
on-
first. Ricky Martin has won many. He's the first Latino artist to win Album of the Year.
yep,
Okay. Well, he basically said, I want to dedicate this award to all the people that had to leave their homeland, their country, to follow their dreams.
Yep.
And then he switched back to Spanish to all the people who have lost a loved one, even so, and had to move forward and continue with great strength. This award is for you.
yep,
And then goes on to thank all the Latinos that should have been awarded a Grammy or this specific award.
yep.
And thanks them for it's saying that this award is for you as well.
Right. I mean, the man is, he's a class act through and through. And one of the things
Oh, and then he slammed Ice, thank you.
which he actually like signed off saying ice out,
Yep.
which was great.
He was a part of a number of artists who showed up on the red carpet with their Ice Out pins.
Yeah.
And a number of artists said variations of Ice Out or Fuck Ice in their speeches. And I really appreciated that he ended on that note. But he also announced, so he has been known for his fashion. If anyone hasn't been keeping track, he showed up at the last Met Gala with, he was wearing an outfit that had pants, but he also had a whole like
Train behind it. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
He's very
And-
androgynous in the way that he dresses and styles
Kind
himself.
of like Billy Porter.
And he made it very clear. Sorry, go ahead.
And it's not something normal for the type of artist that he is and the type
Absolutely.
of music that he sings.
Right, because so many times, as everyone at this table knows, in Latin culture, the machismo is really powerful and really real, and
Yes, it is.
that idea to prove your masculinity. And he is so secure as a straight man in himself. And
Is he straight? He's not straight.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, if he's not, he hasn't told us.
Yeah.
I think he's a little squishy around the edges.
Well,
Maybe.
that's for him to
For him to
find.
tell us.
For him to tell us. He has not done so.
He hasn't told us that he's not straight. He talks a lot about the ladies, but I will say this. He made it very clear, he let it leak on purpose, that he would be wearing a dress at some point during his performance at the halftime show, which is obviously political. And he said he would do it. He specifically did say, I will do this in support of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, but
And-
it's not the first time he's done it either.
Right. But I mean,
Yeah,
like,
so-
he lets it leak so
Yeah,
that people
yeah.
kind of like know what
They
to
know
expect.
what's coming. Yeah.
And then I'm not giving any kudos to the NFL, but they also have Green Day opening,
Yeah.
who have been extremely clear about their politics in general,
Yeah.
but also in this moment. They're opening concerts these days with like Stop Fascism and Ice Out and
Yeah.
commentary like that. So
Right. I've always actually
looking
enjoyed
forward.
Green Day. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this one. Obviously because he's a fellow
That's right.
patriot, and he's someone that I can identify with, that I can see myself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Watching this person perform on one of the biggest stages in the world is someone that I can identify with. We speak the same language.
Yes.
We look the same. We have the same culture. We eat the same foods. We believe, for the most part, I would love to believe that we believe in the same things, right? And I can see myself reflected there. But one thing that I want to make sure that we mention today is that to not forget that he has always been a staunch LGBTQ plus supporter. We covered many years ago, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, there was a murder that happened on the island of Puerto Rico. There was a trans woman that was murdered. Her name was Alexa. And, he started performing in dresses and doing this whole androgyny thing in support of and speaking about her. And one of his outfits actually had her name
Yeah.
all over it. And so it's very rare to find. So it's very rare to find LGBTQ supporters in people who are doing rap music, people who are doing trap music, which is what I think he identifies as far as genre goes. And so when we find people who are willing to go against the grain, you have to acknowledge it and you have to celebrate it. And, congratulations to him, because that was huge. He's going to have a massive year.
And I have to say, he does it in a way that doesn't land as extractive or
Ostentatious.
appropriative
Right.
to me. And I don't want to speak for anyone. Others may have a different experience, but I will say I've watched other straight artists, male and female, who have done what they call is a tribute to the LGBT community in their attire or their lyrics or something else, and it doesn't always land. In fact, sometimes it feels like that for a number of reasons.
It feels like a photo op.
Right. It could feel like that because I don't think you actually have any understanding. It could be because you've never once said a damn thing and then suddenly you're doing this thing that's going to get you a lot of press, right? But he hasn't been that way. He's been consistent for a long time.
Always.
And again, I think it's actually the power dynamics here are a little nuanced, but having a man specifically make that choice is flipping the power dynamic on its head and saying, like, as a man, I don't have to do any of this shit.
Right. But I'm doing it anyway because I want to, and he reminds me a lot. He reminds me like a straight version of Billy Porter.
Yeah.
Right. Billy Porter goes out there and pushes buttons. And
I mean, I don't want him to be straight, so stop putting that out there, everybody. Thank you.
I
already met your husband. It's fine.
I don't want him either. I mean, look at this man.
He is hot.
He is gorgeous. And so, but the fact of the matter is we just don't know.
Well, also I think there's like this weird, like we're talking about like how he stands up for the LGBTQ plus community, and he's what did you call? Not a rapper, but he's
he sings
It's-
trap.
It's
trap.
trap, yeah.
Yeah.
But we as a society continue to assign gender roles to different things like hockey, like football, like rap, right? Like country music.
Right.
Why do we continue to do that? And so when somebody that is just open to everything comes out and says, like, this is who I am and this is what I support, like, that shouldn't be shocking. It shouldn't be, because we should not be assigning these gender roles to different like sectors, whether it's music or sports or whatever.
Right.
But we continue to do that. I mean, even when it comes to the generally, societies of color, there's this masculine energy around, African Americans, Puerto Ricans, and so coming out is a lot harder in a lot of those cultures. Why do we continue to do that?
Well, I mean, mainly because of tradition, right? It's people stuck in tradition, stuck in old ways, and stuck
But
in.
it's like,
But this is what I grew up with, and this is what I know, and
but it
like,
wasn't always like that. It happened after, colonization, really.
Well, I mean, so you got to understand too. So in Puerto Rico, for example, you have to think about, and for that matter, much of Latino America, you think about where our influences are coming from. The majority of our influence is coming from Spaniards, right? And coming from that point in time, and where a lot of that stuff, the woman not having any right to do anything. You belong in the house, you cook, clean, and take care of the children, and I'm a man's man, and that whole thing, that's a whole colonial thing that we've just
Adopted.
took and brought with us into this new century, and you're right. It has to
It
go
wasn't
away.
taken. It was forced.
Well,
True.
We have to.
Yes.
We have to keep it straight, right?
Yeah, but
To-
at
to a-
at one
Well,
point,
keep it a little gay.
A little gay,
right.
but it was. I mean, it was forced. It was
It
forced.
was forced on those
and-
generations
on
that
those
came before us.
generations, and
but we've adopted
unfortunately,
it.
yeah, unfortunately, that's what happens. It becomes part of your culture, but it wasn't something that was practiced
Right.
in the island prior to that.
What's
And-
even crazier though, if you think about if I think about my grandparents on my father's side, they were more progressive than my family is now in this era of MAGA.
Yeah,
Well,
It's
because-
like we're readopting these gender roles, gender norms, and it's scary.
It's, I think, pretty common when you feel afraid to regress. That's really common.
Right.
Historically speaking, right? When people feel afraid, they regress to both what they think is going to be the most acceptable, and they also regress to what is familiar, what doesn't feel risky, what doesn't feel like a thing I have to work to do, right? And it's not work to. We have a lot of language. We have a lot of stereotypes that can reinforce certain gender binaries. And so, if I'm feeling afraid, if I'm feeling like the world is a lot right now, I have a lot of language and stereotyping I can fall back on and be like, well, that doesn't feel like my job. That doesn't feel like something I should have to do. That feels like your job. Or how dare you threaten my power and my autonomy? And I think, yes, there's a lot of colonization that has brought in all kinds of, right? Like we have indigeneity, which I don't want to be a monolith here, but a lot of, not all of, but many indigenous cultures have a lot of expansiveness around, what did I say?
Big word.
Monolith?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
go ahead.
But like they have a lot of expansiveness around gender and around sexuality and identity and all of that, and that's true. So colonization has something to do with it. But there's also like when you see a certain measure of success, right? When you see that some people can move further along when they play by the rules of the game, it's very easy to validate that. So I have grace for it.
But that's
But I-
also why people are scared to come out.
Yeah,
And that's, I think, why it's really important to uplift not necessarily the person, because everyone will fail us at some point. We can't hold heroes too high. But when Bad Bunny is doing this, when he says, I am the top grossing artist of the year, I'm going to perform at the Super Bowl, and by the way, I'm going to throw a dress on. And some kid gets to be like, I'm wearing a dress. Mom, why are you so mad at me? Benito does it.
right. I love the fact that you just called him Benito. It's like-
Benito!
it's just I am on cloud nine right now, to see, I will be very, very, very clear. The type of music that he chooses to perform is not the type of music that I enjoy. Okay? That I normally would listen to, that I normally would take time out of my day to go find and play.
Sure.
Okay? Not my cup of tea. However, I have been making a very conscious effort to listen to his music, specifically his most recent album. Why? Because I want to understand the fusion of what he's trying to do. He's not only trying to bring people what he does, what he's known for, but also acknowledging that who I am has history. Who I am has people that fought very hard to allow me to elevate myself to the status. Okay? And you can't forget that. You can't say, oh, I'm just going to ignore everyone that came before me. I'm doing my own thing. No, you respect people that came before you. Like you said, he had this amazing, residency in Puerto Rico. And the thing that he did was, no, I'm not bringing the Taylor Swifts or the Beyoncés or the Ricky Martins or the J-Lo or this one. He could have. I am taking people who made it a point to elevate this island, to sing, and
local
to
artists.
local
Yeah.
artists that have always been true to the island. And that's what I'm bringing to the table.
That's right.
And so I make a conscious effort to listen to the music and to understand it and to
Support him.
support, because you have to.
Yep.
And you also have to take into account, again, it's not something you listen to, but I do, right?
Right.
So trap music or reggaeton, which is what's called in the island, when it first started out, technically it started in Venezuela,
Yep.
which was
That's
El General.
Right.
That was the first official reggae / Spanish trap or reggaeton ever. Puerto Rico kind of just adopted it and took it to another level.
Right.
Now you also have to keep in mind when they were doing reggaeton before it was called reggaeton in Puerto Rico, it was all underground. It was actually there was a law passed and made it illegal to
Yes.
perform reggaeton in any area. They used to sell pirated CDs. Not even pirated. That people used to make their own tracks
yeah.
and sell CDs. That's how you got your reggaeton in Puerto Rico
Yeah.
before
You
it
had to
became
burn
mainstream.
your CDs in a
yeah.
CDR and
Listen, they
distribute
brought
them.
it to New York too, and then
Yeah.
when I was in New York, you could like, I mean, this was much later than the time period you're talking about, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a cultural thing now,
Yeah.
almost to expect to buy your music on the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's how it started in Puerto Rico, and then it evolved, from what was originally trap, because trap is more of a vulgar, trashy,
Very,
very,
very.
which-
And he has a couple of
Well,
songs
and
that
he
are
does.
like,
oh yeah, but and it's reggaeton has that mixture of that
Right,
trap and hip hop, and
Right.
that's where the combination comes in place. But
That's right.
you got to look at it.
I'm loving-
He
I'm-
won a Grammy for music that was illegal
At some point.
At some point.
right, right.
So it steps and leaps and bounds.
I don't, I
from where
don't,
it
I don't
started.
think that this body of work is just an excellent body of work. I mean, it is. I'm not saying it's just an excellent body
Yeah,
of work. This body of work is an experience into social justice, like cultural justice, like understanding your history. It is an amazing experience. And if you have an opportunity, even if you don't, so at one point in time we had 2 months to learn Spanish. You now have a week.
A week.
Okay.
Here's
So-
what I'll say: it's rare to know in real time that you're living in a moment, and this is a moment.
Yes.
And watching, I know this could sound funny to some people, but I think watching this Super Bowl is genuinely going to be a moment. It's
Yeah.
a moment that symbolizes something. Last year, Trump was at the Super Bowl. Last year, it was, coded. I mean, Kendrick Lamar. I also am like.
Yep.
Fucking what he did last Super Bowl was also revolutionary. So there's a moment here, and capitalism is king in this country, unfortunately. And so capitalism is king. Kendrick Lamar does his thing, and they still bring Benito and Green Day to the next Super Bowl. So if we don't put eyeballs on it, if we don't show it that it can be commercially successful, it also undermines something else. So let's.
Yeah.
Watch the halftime show. I'm not gonna
Oh,
be a fan of the NFL because they do other fucked up shit. But,
Yeah, no. Yeah.
watch the fucking Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to say. And that's all.
Yeah. Watch the Benito concert with the football game in between.
So,
Yeah, that's right. That's
Anyway.
right. That's right.
so we are truly proud of you, my brother. Thank you. Congratulations on your win for Album of the Year, which is historic in itself. And we'll see what you have to bring at the Super Bowl next Sunday. Hope you guys are watching. All right. What else do we have, Trish?
So,
Oh my God, I feel like that's so serious.
What happened?
speaking of Puerto Ricans and Spanish-speaking individuals,
Yes.
I don't know if you saw what happened in Florida the other day.
I try to avoid news from Florida.
Well, my family. I mean, you probably. I don't know if we should.
Go ahead. No, you brought it up.
You brought it up. You better
So
spill it.
we don't like just the tip here.
They passed a law that now requires anybody that is going in to get a driver's license to speak and write English.
In Florida?
There will be no assisted tests with somebody that can translate, as well as no bilingual testing. So yesterday, my dad told me about this, and it almost sounded like he was excited. And so I started talking to him. I'm like, well, this makes no sense. Like this is literally putting up a barrier, putting up a wall,
Right.
creating less opportunity for people that are trying, right? If you reduce the access to transportation, how are they going to get the education they need?
That's
Yes,
the whole point.
That's the whole point.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to say this to my father, and he literally returns to me and was like, I don't know what happened to you. You're losing it. And
Losing it how?
I'm crazy. I'm
I mean, you
in the
are, but
wrong.
not for those reasons.
No, I know, but like I'm in the wrong, and he seems to think that this is the right way forward.
It is not.
It is not the right way forward. It's absolutely insane. Literally, what this does is put Spanish-speaking people back, and
Yeah.
we're basically a bilingual country now, and we need to acknowledge that.
So not only are we a bilingual country,
So,
do you
hold on.
want to know?
So I said to my dad, I was like, okay, so if that's the case, they have to speak English. What if it was the reverse? What if you had to speak Spanish? Or you wouldn't get a license. He's like, well, that wouldn't happen. This is America. I'm like, we're basically bilingual.
So, Carl, newsflash: America is both North and South. The whole Americas. 80% of America is Spanish.
Yep.
We're a small little subset, very tiny, very tiny, and furthermore, the language most spoken in the world,
Yep.
in the world, what we call la lengua materna, the mother tongue, right? Which means the first language that you're ever spoken to when you were born as an infant is Spanish. Not English, not anything else. It's Spanish. It is the most spoken language when it comes to a child learning their first tongue in life. So,
I mean,
anyway,
one of the reason I brought it up following our previous conversation is we see people that are being elevated, right?
right.
Spanish speaking Puerto Ricans being elevated, winning Grammys, and like then all of a sudden, now what are we seeing?
Right.
A clapback.
Right. So I take it your father and your sister maybe or some other family members are not going to be watching the Super Bowl,
Oh no, they will. They
the
will,
halftime
but-
show.
Yeah, I don't know.
He'll
I
probably
just-
call you like, "Hey, you hang around with all those Puerto Ricans. Can you translate?"
You know what just really, really fucking bothers me
Right.
is like last night I was sitting on my couch and I was like going back and forth with my dad and I was like, am I crazy? Am I in the wrong here? Like what my dad, who is a very smart man, and I love him to death, and I always will, literally made me feel like I was crazy for saying things like, "Oh no, you're creating barriers. You're not actually helping the issue. We have a huge immigration issue in this country. We have no real great reform. It's something that we really need to work on. And instead of opening doors and lowering barriers, we're creating barriers by policies like this." And I'm sitting on the couch thinking to myself, I think I'm in the right. I think I'm making sense to myself. And then he will say to me, "What happened to you?"
Well, I mean, that's his way of not knowing, not knowing the truth. And
I think,
But, like, that's
I
what
think
I'm
the
saying.
only response, the only valid response to that would be, "You made me this way. I'm your child.
I mean, yeah.
What happened to me? You did.
yeah,
Period."
well, most of the things that you're doing nowadays, Dad, this is the reason why.
There's the
But do
reason
people
why,
ever make you
but-
feel crazy for your beliefs? Like,
Yes.
all the time.
Absolutely, but
All the time.
remember,
But that is
that's just a way of gaslighting you.
right.
Period.
And people
It's
do
a
that on
yeah,
purpose.
they do it on purpose. There's that willingness to accept certain things, and I always say it when I talk to you guys. A lot of individuals will not see that change until it directly affects them.
Yes. Yes.
That's how a lot of these laws go into effect, because some senator or some, congressman has a family member that is somehow affected by the bullshit that's going on, and they introduce a bill. Other than that, nobody gives a shit.
Right. And to add to what you've said, prohibiting somebody to being legally licensed to drive a vehicle in this country is it introduces more danger, not only to the people that are on the road, but because you are what you're saying is, hey, you can't get a license, right? We don't know if you have the capacity to understand what our laws are on the road.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, but then also, right? He's well, what if they can't read the street signs? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Spanish speakers have been driving for years.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Right.
Okay, that makes no sense. But also, what they're actually doing is you're 100% correct. They're creating a more dangerous environment because people that need to get where they need to go and that are an adult will drive then illegally.
Right. Not
Without
only
a license.
Right. And then that gives them an opportunity to pull them over. You don't have a license. Well, because I couldn't get one. Now
You're
you
a
broke the
criminal.
law. You're a criminal. We're going to
Yep.
deport you.
Yep.
They're all tactics, right? And
It's sick.
furthermore, to compound on that, the fact that, if you can't get a license and you can't drive, you can't move, you can't mobilize, you can't, succeed, you can't, find, it's their way, and them taking an opportunity of using law
Yep.
to make it that much harder for immigrants.
It's a metaphorical wall.
Yeah, to get a
to get-
job, to keep a job, to
Right.
get an education, to
Right.
stay in education. Yeah, it's all the things. I mean, that's the thing you have to learn to trust. We all do, but especially you, Nick, like in this moment, in this anecdote, is you have to trust the part of you that knows reality. You know the reality of what it takes. It's common sense. You know, the right likes to say they're using common sense. We are too. We understand the common sense of what it takes to keep a job, what it takes to get an education, what it takes to take care of your family. Your kid needs to go to the hospital. You're gonna fucking get them to the hospital. Like,
Right.
I don't care what laws are in place. You're gonna get your kid to the hospital. You know, all those things. We know the realities of those worlds. We also know that in Florida, they're trying to do everything they can to make it criminal to be anything other than their utopian ideal of what an American is. So I think you have to, I mean, we all have to practice this, but we all have to practice knowing and trusting that gut. It's okay to quietly hold ourselves accountable and go, okay, I'm going to reflect later and think about, like, was I right? Did I have something to learn here? But in those moments where someone just wants to kind of come at you and say, like, what happened to you? That's an ad hominem. They're just trying to get you to question yourself. They didn't even come for your argument, right? He didn't come for your argument. He just said, like, what happened to you? To make you doubt, shame, blame.
Yeah.
And you got to let that go.
And not only that, just think about it this way too. The inability for an immigrant to go into a DMV and be able to get an ID, right? Even if you're not a US citizen, right? You are just someone that happens to live in the state. It is their inability to actually get some sort of physical identification provided or issued by a state is the state's way, or in this case, this particular government's way of saying, this is how we purge records. This is how we avoid, for example, having you establish residency, right, in the state, where you would, for example, potentially not be able to be counted for the census. There's a lot of mechanisms that would be affected in the background.
Yeah.
And these efforts are specifically targeting those.
The other piece of this, though, right, and we have to remember, we talked about this a while ago when we were talking about, I think we were talking a lot about drag brunches and like all of that stuff and how Florida was banning all of this. And Florida has become the blueprint for a lot of red states
Yeah.
here in the United States, right? So once they've adopted something and they see how it affects people, you'll see other red states starting to adopt those same ideals, rhetorics, policies. And we continually see, I mean, like, let's just talk, even in like Minneapolis, right? We're not the city itself is adopting these things, right? But we are putting people in places so that we can literally get rid of more brown people, threaten them so that we can get more information about voting registration so that when we get to the midterms, like he is so scared right now that when we get to the midterms, it's just going to be a huge blue wave and a blue flip. So every red state is trying to find all these different fucking tactics to literally marginalize people, identify people, and deport them.
Well,
Yes.
the Department of Justice has already made an official request to all 50 states to provide voter registration in an effort to make sure that the states, the policies that exist in the state are not fraudulent in any way, that may indicate that there's some sort of fraud going on with the way that states hold elections, right? And what they fail to realize is that the power to dictate how you run elections is left to the states.
Yep.
That is constitutional. The federal government has, aside from the federal laws that we have in place to protect voting rights, they have no say in how states administer their elections. So, the Department of Justice can suck it.
I mean, it's just a fucking hot mess.
Yeah, well,
And I don't want to see other red states be like, this is something that we should do.
right. So,
But we know that that's going to happen.
well, I mean, listen, as we get closer and closer and closer to the midterms, to actual election day, where we're going to see whether or not there's going to be this massive blue wave, shit is going to hit the fan.
Yeah.
It's going to get crazier. They're going to get more in your face. They're going to be bolder. They're going to start.
Did you see that he said the other day there shouldn't even be elections anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not the first time he's ever said that. And then people like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just being facetious. No, this motherfucker is not.
No.
Take him at his word. When he says something, that's because he's thinking it, and that's because he has a plan to try to implement it.
I will say one funny thing I saw last week to lighten the mood was somebody was talking about him and talking about how old he was and dementia, and his response with how crazy this guy is and like these policies and these things that he says. If he has dementia, how are we going to know?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He won't know.
None of us would know with all the shit he says.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just insane. All right, it's been a very, very, very interesting show, to say the least. There's a lot of stuff that we talked about. Again, honoring the great Catherine O'Hare, saying congratulations to Benito, Bad Bunny, and all the amazing and important topics that actually we talk here on the show. But we do have to wrap it up. So I'm going to toss it over to my kids as he takes a sip because, my kids, you're not. Well, I feel like you're my children,
Why do you keep messing with my stuff?
because I'm trying to make it bigger so that you can read it. Is that okay?
All right.
All right, there you go. Let me give you your love. Hold on, let me make sure the music is off.
All right, everybody. Here's Mama Kim's Minute. Number 1, heated rivalry download surge by 529% after New York City Mayor Mondami told people to read it. Number 2, Pete Buttigieg lauds protesters who are winning the fight in Minneapolis. I should really read these before putting them in. Number 3, what people are doing here is beautiful. The immense power of Minneapolis anti-ICE protests.
I will tell you.
Peace out, ICE.
Yes. Ice out.
On this day in gay history, February 2nd, 2005, Spain became the third country in the world to legalize same-sex marriage, which was a landmark victory that helped accelerate marriage equality efforts across Europe and beyond.
That is correct. All right. Jaybird, over to you.
Moving on up. All right. If you love the show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting service. By subscribing, you get the latest and greatest of our show delivered right to your favorite device or web browser as soon as the episode is published. You can also support us on Patreon. With Patreon, your listeners can help to support the show with a pledged donation. The donations are collected monthly and can be in any denomination of $1 or more.
Trish.
We have
you
no
are-
guests. Please
I
book a
know.
guest.
I gotta book somebody.
We have a guest. What is she? Chop
No,
suey?
She's basically
she's
a
already part
host
of the
now.
show. She is no
You
longer.
literally referred to her microphone as Hope's mic.
Yeah,
Well,
That's true.
yeah. She's our on again and off again co-host.
When I look over and she's not here, I'm like, oh,
when I'm busy, I'm sorry.
yeah. I get so emotional.
Emotional.
I need my love again.
Hope doesn't count, Trish.
All right, everybody, get the Future Method and all other products today. All products are doctor developed, can clean out without hurting your bum, take confidence anywhere with the anal powder packs, increase your stretch goals with the 3-piece anal glass or silicone dilation kit, and get long-lasting pleasurable glide with the silicone anal lube. Get all the information you need with Dr. G's book, but seriously, visit futuremethod.com to purchase your life-changing bum accessories today.
Yes, Queen J Bird.
Alright, time to put a grubber on it.
A grubber?
Rubber on it.
Rubber? Why don't we just throw Benito on it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, time to put
Please.
some Benito on it.
Please. Please.
Our show is available on our website, gaytalk20.com, under audio podcast. It is also available as a free download on Apple Podcast, YouTube Music, and now Spotify.
Yes, Queen.
All right, you can find us on social media, Facebook, Gay Talk 2.0, Instagram, Gay Talk 2.0. You can email us at gaytalk2.0@gaytalk20.com. Tom?
Hope. Go
If
for it.
you need to reach out to us, just head on over to our website and click on that Contact Us tab at the top of your web browser. There you can leave comments, suggest topics, submit a question for the cast or individual host, and much more. You can also call us and leave a question via voice message. We can answer those questions anytime on the show. You just call us at 334-GAY-TALK. And if you need those numbers, that's 334-429-8255.
You better work, Queen. All right, ladies and gents, don't forget we do stream live every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can access the live stream by becoming a Patreon supporter, or you can go on our website and watch all of the older shows, gaytalk20.com. Ladies and gents, that is our show. Thank you, and y'all have a good night. Bye.
Ice out.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Gay Talk 2.0. Tune in next time for more dish.